It began 13 weeks ago when 16 aspiring designers arrived in Johannesburg in an attempt to fast-track their careers straight to the top. At stake, a one-year contract with leading lifestyle retailer Woolworths and a lifestyle package including a car and designer food for a year.
We need you to design and create a billboard for the design in Durban.
The second challenge was to create a music video for African songstress Zama Jobe. OD did what he does best, creating a look for the diva, whilst Vus tried to keep his team together when things went wrong.
There will always be yes, we have a video shoot to do.
In the third week, the contestants had to design the interior of a small 45 square meter apartment. Whilst Odi was confident about his team's effort, Vus, for the first time, felt the disapproval of his team.
He wants to be in charge, and he doesn't give two shits who else is in charge because he's in charge.
The fourth challenge got the teams to design the official supporters jersey for Bafana Bafana for 2010. Vus and OD were on the same team, and with combined strengths, they managed to win the task.
Odysseus team. Was scary.
When the teams had to design a wedding, the leaders decided to send both Vus and OD on the location recce. Whilst Vus's team did well without him, OD had to keep the task and his team together, even from a distance.
Oh, I just wish you were here, Odie. I know, I just wish you were here.
In the sixth week, the pressure took its toll on both the teams when they failed to create a window display for Woolworths. Once again, Vus and OD were on the same team, but this time their creative abilities could not save the team. In the seventh week, the cut went tribal as the teams had to design an outfit inspired by the Himba and Maasai tribes. Whilst Vus tried his best to venture into the world of fashion design, he failed. On the other hand, Odie felt he had a grip on the task, but Style Council did not agree.
You're a fashion designer, you're designing in absolute isolation. But if you have a clear brief asking you to have influences very clearly, okay, and you don't take those most pertinent points into your design.
The next task was an individual one, where the contestants had to photograph Johannesburg. At first, Odie struggled, but came up with a great product.
And the idea of how people sort of become very, very fake in their quest for money.
Vus, however, was clear about his concept right from the start and excelled.
It's fresh, it's new, it's never been seen before, and it's giving a new perspective to Joburg. And I thought it was excellent.
Then the teams had to design the Stars of Mzansi Award ceremony. This was mainly a graphic design task, and as a graphic designer, Vus and his entire team failed dismally. OD gave his all and led his team to victory. A mural for Alive with Possibility was next, and Vus, OD and Lonwabo's team clashed creatively. Their team lost and they narrowly escaped getting the cut when the judges decided to announce the top 5.
We had to look at who are our strongest 5 people here.
In episode 11, the last 5 contestants had to make a television commercial for Vodacom. Once again, Odie stretched himself and excelled, while Vus came up with a good but slightly abstract idea. Odie's ability to capture the essence of the task made his team win the challenge. Last week, Vus and OD joined forces as they pimped a ride for Glenn Lewis. And although OD was skeptical at first, our 2 finalists proved their strengths by taking the crown. Now, OD and Vus face the final challenge. Who has the versatility and creativity to win this competition and make the cut? Who will be South Africa's next hottest designer? We find out after the break.
What you think you smart? Watch out, you will get cuts. Watch out, you will get cuts. You think you gonna cut it? Clever when you get spun on you really think you got it? Designer, another don't get shots, another face cuts, another in a rust, another face cuts.
the final two. Congratulations for making it this far. When I gave you your first task brief, did you ever think you'd make it this far?
No. Not even.
Really?
Nah. Me, I was just doing this. I was just going for the ride.
What have you learned over the entire series?
I think for me, I've learned more about people than design, because I think it was mostly a social thing more than a creative thing, and having to incorporate social skills and creativity was the biggest challenge.
And Odysseus?
I would say for me it's a balance of both, basically. I've done things that I've never done before, and I've sort of like learned to stretch my capabilities. It was an equal measure of both, learning how to handle people also, and also learning how to handle oneself within a group dynamic.
Well, it's time for the final task. Throughout the series, you guys have branded and advertised so many things. Your task this week is behind you. If you take a look, you'll see there's a plane. You must brand yourself on a plane. What makes you stand out? What are you all about? And what do you stand for? You will have I know it sounds overwhelming, and it's going to be a lot of work. But I have a surprise for you.
Talk about style. Oh, yeah? Jeez. Oh, yeah? Jeez, guys. Rolling up in style like that.
As in the first task brief, we put your names into a hat, and Vos, once again, your name was pulled out, so you get to choose first.
Sil.
George.
Pig.
Garth.
Ham.
Jobotwan.
Rian.
Lerato.
Mapiu.
Andile.
Mleboheng.
Dineo.
Zinat.
Shell.
Odysseus, Vos, you need to make sure that you brand yourself on the Boeing. So your ideas really need to come through. Your team is here to help you. I will see the two of you at Style Council, where one of you will make the cut. To the both of you, good luck.
I'll be honest with you. My concept is done and finished. Yeah. My concept for this task is done and finished. I've always had a concept that I wanted to pull off. I just never had the chance. Mara, I got my chance. The concept is my name. My name describes all the things that I want to do. It entails what I want out of my life. You know what I mean? My full name, Ke Fusums. Loosely translated, it just means to wake the people, wake the house, wake the nation. For me, that's what I feel is my life. I did this image sometime earlier this year, and this is one half of what the concept is for me. this image on the plane from the front, going to the back, and then from this point on, it's mostly the face is round about this area, and then from here to there, round about this place, the black is gonna start breaking up again into hands, where from a distance it sort of looks like dreadlocks and stuff like that.
The last smile is always the hardest to run, I guess they always say, and it is starting to feel, I am starting to feel very, very tired. I could do with a full day's sleep, and I just would just like to get this done.
At the moment, ndaba somncedisa njani ebethe i-concept yakhe and then abize abantu ba mhlamba if iyasebenza okanye ayisebenzi, so asibize. But
in terms of me using myself as a brand, I don't really like attention that much, you know.
I think it's very important that he shines through and he makes decisions and he feels strongly about it.
If I had to create a product and put it out there as a brand, that would be fine. But me, myself as a brand, sure, I feel like it's a bit of a hard call for me.
I'll give Odysseus my all, but to me, Woes has what it takes. I mean, not saying Odysseus doesn't, but Woes has what it takes. He's like the ideal winner. I'm not facing a walkover opponent. I'm facing somebody who is strong in idea.
What he says is someone who is intelligent and who can put things down on the paper. So he's good in executing things. He's good at coming up with ideas.
I've pretty much achieved my personal gain, and the winning of the prize would be a cherry on top for me.
I'm looking forward for tomorrow because Yatando Penda. Yeah, but I'm going to continue because I'm going to ask about Odysseus.
So we have two rollers now, ne? So I would like two people to start painting from the silver downwards, ne? As high as we can. And then we're gonna have two people on the wing painting that part. But it seems like we don't have to paint that part white because it's gonna be black anyway. So we can paint it straight black. One thing that we have to make sure that we know by today is that we have to know the measurements of that, how big we want that thing to be, and the back as well, so that we can take the measurements to fireworks.
Yeah? That we'll just have to make even out the color because they've painted white there and they've painted there, so we'll just have to spray all over it and make it all, the whole thing white. So we'll just block out the windows. My concept basically comes from, it's a fusion of a lot of elements that basically portray me. What I consider good design is when something is clean, when something is crisp, when something is timeless. And good design should withstand the test of time. I'm a Scorpion in terms of horoscopes. I'm a Scorpion, and I think that a lot of traits in definition of what a Scorpion character is like, I think I have a lot of those qualities. I've used that shape of a Scorpion basically to mimic the letter O for Odysseus, and then inside the O I've encaptured the D, but then that comes about and I've extended that shape basically a little bit longer to sort of look like the shape of a needle which has been bent over into creating OD. The needle, it's a mark basically of me and my profession and my passion, which is fashion.
To get the measurements of this thing, so we're using a wire.
Yeah, so we're almost done with our application then. Yeah, things are going smooth. We're working together and there's no squabbles, there's no what so.
Ons is nou maar vandag hopelik om klaar te maak net met die groot verfwerk en dan môre aan gaan met die stenciling, so ons glo ons sal genoeg tyd hê om klaar te maak.
basically what we're trying to do is just get this painted. And I guess we pretty much done that, so it's just a little bit more that we need to do is get the plane white. And then from there, I don't know what else we're going to do. I need to speak to OD to see what he's going to say.
Yes, it's primed, it's white. The only thing that's left now is to plot the line.
Senza lonto ngokubesikharishe ifestile and then so paint white and then so balance measure should be designed by izoba ngahanani na.
The whole sort of all the things will be black, and then that's going to be cool.
George and I, myself, have come through to Fireworks to deal with the graphics that are going to go on the plane. We're going to get those stencils printed out cut out very, very soon. And we've managed to refine everything, even though we had a little bit of problem with like not having specs in the morning of the actual plane. I've sent 6 people to the airport to start working on the fin of the plane and start painting that black. Execution is just like this. It's going okay. I'm trying not to put too much pressure on people so that I don't have to deal with like blow-ups and emotional blow-ups and things like that. So I'm keeping myself under control and keeping the rest of the team under control also.
Today what we're doing is that we're getting the stencils printed that we're going to use for the part the part detail. So we're trying to get those as precise as possible. There's a couple of technical issues with that, and because of the complexity of our image, it's going to take us quite a while. A part that I'm a bit worried about having to put it onto the plane and stuff. It's going to be pretty technical putting it on, but the team is more positive about it, so that's good. It's going to be cool, Mara. It's going to be a daunting task.
It's been boring. We're being waiting around for the printing to be done. And finally it's come, and I'm not too sure what I'm doing because I haven't been told what to do yet, and I'm only going to work on orders.
I was doing the bottom, okay. But we're waiting for you to tell us about the gradient thing.
You can just continue up and then cover that white space.
Yeah, we can't now though.
That's what's happening.
Charging.
Oh, is this thing charging?
Yeah.
This thing took longer than we expected because ours was very complicated. I'm going to ask 4 people to help me doing this, right? Mainly because 1, it's difficult to put it on. Number 2, there's only 2 of those things to work on. Number 3, 1 person might have to get on the roof, and I don't want anybody risking anything. I'm taking Sithe, Brian, and Becky to do this with me. What I'm going to help you do, what I'm going to need your help on is showing us where this thing should go and whatever from afar, because we're going to be very close to this thing. The stencil is done. We'll do the application of the stencil later. When this thing is charged, let's just fill up that. Like where the black starts, that's fine for it to start gradually fading out. You see the bottom part?
I know, but where do you want it to be the lightest part?
Get to the door.
So you want this plane to be like half graded, basically?
Yeah, half graded, basically. It's like the back end part.
Right. Okay.
Need to be pulled up. I can see it because there's a straight line there.
You can use this line. There's a line here.
It's too high on Vusi's side and too low on Peggy's side. Sit there, don't pull it up.
No, we're having a problem with sticking this thing on, so it doesn't want to stick on here. So
better to cut it.
Try to find other solutions to make it stick.
Just testing the spray gun and see how it's going to work for what we want to use it for, which is going to be the gradient part of the shading.
We're having a rest until they figured something out. We just have to figure out how we're going to do the gradient and everything, but then maybe afterwards it's going to be fine.
I think it's a bit of a stupid thing that we're all back helping them out. If two people have made it to the winning thing, they need to prove themselves to the viewers and to the judges that they could do it by themselves. We all didn't make the cut. Why must we come back and help them make the cut? I just feel as being the top two, they need to figure this winning streak out by themselves. They don't need to go and call the losers back to go and help them.
Santa's little helpers. Santa's little helpers only work when there's something in it for them. On a certain level, I can understand why. But I don't see anything, there's nothing in it for them. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, if I was paying them like huge salaries, or even a salary or a wage, then I would be like, you know what, this is just not on. But, you know, one has to take it as it comes. We had a little bit of a problem earlier today because the spray guns came late and the first spray gun that we tried did not work properly. So we moved on to option B of putting on the color with rollers. So, yeah, it's gone as far as it's gone today. We'll see how much we get done tomorrow, but we have to finish tomorrow. So I have to finish tomorrow.
Yeah, the thing is gonna come out nice. The main thing, my biggest worry was proportions. Getting it to look like it was made to be on that part of the plane instead of it being too small or too big. But the proportions are on point, so
first of our stencils up there on the fin, which is the OD, and then from that we're going to put on the extension of it, and then from that we're going to get the thickness of the line and extend the line right across from it. Let's start painting that gold. Whether the blending is happening or not happening, we're in trouble with the one compressor. As soon as that is sorted out, not from our side, then we can just cover the gold and start blending.
I had to come back because and we don't know where it is and we don't know how it got lost or whether it was printed or not. So, but and then I just came to get the other piece and I hope it's not going to take that long.
It went okay last night. It's just that now the stencil's fallen off and there's a couple of white pieces that came out, that the paint came off. So we're just going to fix it, and then Sihle and one of the boys are going to put up the face before Vusi gets back. We told him now the paint peels off, but we're going to fix it. It's nothing terribly hectic. Thinking about it, we don't have that much time.
Yeah, so we better get moving.
Exactly.
Now.
We're feeling great.
Yeah.
We're just dead.
Like dead. Yeah, we're just they're busy with that. So only so much people can do that. So we've decided to do our own project. Yeah. About serial killer project. The pilot serial killer.
It's coming together very nicely. Odysseus has a nice brand that he's created, and it's going to look very nice on the plane with the gold and the black. I can't wait to see it up though, because we're still trying to maneuver around the wing and the plane, and because of the stenciling, it not being flat, and with the wind it's quite difficult. So.
Na baie lank ruk sy gesukkel het ons van hierdie reggekry met kruin se pote om op te gaan, en nou gaan ons weer op die dak om die tweede deel te plak, en dan vandaar gaan ons dit uitsny en verf, en dan is ons hopelik op trek.
I just went to fireworks. One of our art pieces was missing. I understand that all our stuff fell off last night and the paint is not all that good, but I still know we're going to make it, so it's all good. I know that we're going to finish. It's just now coming up with solutions. Yeah. It's just all about coming up with solutions, because there's problems. That's where creativity kicks in.
Grab some tape and help.
I know, but I'm not good.
We've got 16 people here.
This morning I was feeling a little bit confused as to why the people in my team are acting the way they're acting and not helping me. So I was like, you know, I'm going to keep quiet, because if I say anything to anybody, then it's not going to be a very nice scene, and I don't want to have an exchange of words with anybody. So
I'm so busy doing nothing.
We kind of having fun, you know. So me, I don't have so much worries, you know, because I'm already eliminated. So
I don't know, just not really in the mood.
Yesterday was hectic. There was no one there. But today it seems like everyone is around there, and when they feel like doing something, they'll go and do something. Well appreciated, but sometimes they don't want to listen to exactly what I want them to do.
he's not telling people what to do, you know what I mean? And people tend to get bored sometimes and do whatever. So I'm like, okay, I'll paint that and do that and all of that.
The leader has to know how to manage people. You know, like if you're a group leader, you must know when you need people around you, when you don't need people around you.
I'm not their mother, I'm not their father, I'm not paying them a salary at this point in time. But I just think that most of them have not even thought of the consequences of their actions.
The problems that are arising in their team are not necessarily task related, and it's stuff that I don't personally want to get into, because it's very personal things. And Mina, yes, I feel that it is wrong what they're doing.
All of this behavior, where it comes from and the reason behind it, is nothing solid. So I don't know.
At the end of the day, kunyanzelekile uba kusetyenzwe, and ikhona environment apho umuntu uzosebenza nomuntu ongamthandiyo for your own personal reasons. And uba iteam ka-Odysseus iyaxabana naye okanye ixabani naye, yenye istory leyo, bakhethiwe kunyanzelekile bayigqibe itask, and uba umuntu akafuna usebenza izoreflecta kuye in the future.
I'm just working with it so that I get something done instead of like not having anything done at all.
We're still painting. We are going to be painting anyway. Everything is painting. We're doing the last 2 stencils now, so yeah, I think we'll make it.
This is design rocks, man. It's cool. It says what he wants to say, and the way it came out exactly the way Ananahana Kotoka thing. So, and it's looking good. You know, it's very abstract, but I like it.
Ever since I was born, my name has been spelled differently, and a lot of time it has changed. I was born in the 80s. Things were not good. People never really cared what you were called or what. So when I was coming up with this concept and what to actually put on the plane, I decided to do an investigation of some sort to get to the full details of how do you actually spell my name. It's one of those, the remnants of where we come from. So I think it's time that I moved on and just reclaimed the proper, I don't know, what really belongs to me, which is my proper name. So from this day on, my name is spelled like that on the plane. That's my name.
I'm getting very little from Garth at the moment, and I'm not getting the best attitude ever. And I've tried, I've had a chat with him aside, and I don't know what I just don't know where the problem is.
The thing is, he's too. He snaps easily, and he pulls me aside, and he asks me for suggestions, and this, that, and whatever. And yeah. Okay, fine.
I am getting that sort of like 20-year-old attitude at the moment.
And the grading, all grading different colors, wrong way around. No? The thing is, you can grade from one color to the next color, but not like that the whole time. It's going to look very weird.
I have to refill paint for him, can't mix the right colors for me. I just pretty much have to do everything for him.
You just need to fade from black to white. You don't need all that colors in the middle, but he's going to insist on it. That's why I just shut up and I don't say anything. Because then I don't feel about this whole argument, and he's probably going to say, yeah, why didn't you tell me before, and nah. So I'm just going to shut up and let him do what he wants to do, so long as he's happy.
How's the gradient going?
Come stand here, come look.
Could you not add a little bit of white to make it work? Please,
get the color ready.
Please add a little bit of white. Garth, do you want to do this or don't you want to do it? Because then you can just leave it and I can just do it, or I'll get someone else to do it.
Who else is here? Do you see anybody else around here?
I'll get someone else.
Where?
I'll get someone else. You're not irreplaceable, Garth. You're not irreplaceable. If you don't want to do it,
I'm not saying I'm not irreplaceable.
No, if you don't want to do it, you say it, and I will release you.
It's not that I want to do it.
I mean, like when you get given a color, you see it doesn't work. Please mix it up so that it works. It's like just logic.
Don't talk to me about logic, but I mean, I told you about logic and how you're going to do this. You didn't do it in the first place. So
I said, I asked you and I said do it. You didn't do it. You know what, Garth, if you don't want to do it, just leave it. I'll get someone else to do it. I'm getting cut full of your now, really. 2 days I've had to put up with it. Feels like I'm babysitting. And that's why I say, you know, if he doesn't want to do it, then he doesn't have to do it.
Vusi and Odi are both two different people. Very, very different.
I still think Vusi is going to win. And it's not a matter of Vusi or Odysseus for me. For me, if I had to choose, I wouldn't know.
You can actually make it. No, the whole design thing has got the potential to win.
Odysseus, I win because he's got a lot of experience and, you know, he's as much knowledgeable as Vusi. But I find a way to. But ikhona nje into engayiboni ku-Odysseus win.
I'm happy actually that I'm in Vusi's team because I don't really want Odi to win. I don't think he really deserves it.
People had a problem with Vusi because he's too much of a kind of like stubbornish person. Like he doesn't want to listen to anybody.
Vusi, like I said, he's good, but in a team, you know, sometimes he just doesn't listen. And Odi is almost the same. He wants to do his own thing, his own way. So I can't really say between the two, I think is going to make it.
They are both equally very, very spectacular people.
I've displayed versatility and the capability to learn and just not complaining and just doing when I get given something and I do it and execute it to the best that I can. And maintaining a certain level of professionalism in doing that.
I don't think about winning. I will be honestly, truly honest. I do not think about winning. I think about getting my best work out there. I keep getting asked, give us something to do, tell me what to do, do you need anything? Telling me when you want me to do something. If that says anything about morale, I think it means that they're still in it. Yeah, they're still in it. It's just that because of the technical issues involved, I can't involve everyone into the whole process. So, but everybody's still everybody's just eager to work. So that's good.
Amazing. It seems like everyone's kicked into first gear now, and I don't know what it is. They're just sort of like, I guess maybe they saw that I was just not giving up, with or without them, and with or without them I wasn't giving up, and so I guess they decided to be with me and instead of against me. Everyone's doing so well. It's doing very, very well.
Our team, Vusi's team, is done with the work, and so we all pulled in from our team. It's done to quickly help Odi and his team get all the work done. So yeah.
I don't know what to say. You know, I'm very thankful that everyone's like helping me get this done. It's starting to rain, so I don't think anything that we do now is gonna matter. I just think, you know, we might as well just get to safe shelter.
Come on, guys, come on!
Okay, let's go on then.
Go, 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 go. Come on, everybody.
started raining. It started raining and I wasn't close to finishing. I needed more extra hands and everyone just came out and just started helping. Bruce's team came through and they started helping put up the last, the stenciling up and spraying, and we got it done just before it started pouring. It was the only thing to do. There's no serious above anything reason. It was just the only thing to do. It seemed pointless to sit back and watch it happen. It's a competition. They didn't have to come and help me get this done and my team get this done, but they came through and they helped, and I'm very moved. I'm actually very moved.
I can say this was beyond the cut. This was beyond competition. This was beyond anything. For me, what just happened here is the single most powerful moment I've ever witnessed in this whole thing. Yeah, I think everybody walked away from that place with something to keep in mind. For me, that's what I live for. Things that defy our understanding of how things should be or how things were supposed to be.
Welcome to the Final Style Council. For the past 13 weeks, we have met some of South Africa's most extraordinary design talent. We have shared in their creative vision, their frustrations, their failures, and their triumphs. Tonight, however, we will find out which contestant from the original 16 has impressed the judges the most. In a few minutes, we will find out who has made the cut. The winner of the cut will not only walk away with a year's contract from Woolworths, a preloaded Woolworths card for which to shop for the latest fashions and designer food, a trip to next year's Design Indaba, they will also walk away with a brand new Tata, courtesy of Woolworths and the Design Indaba. A reminder on this task: each contestant had to brand the essence of who they are onto a plane. And for the final time, I will introduce the 3 permanent members of Style Council. Nathan Reddy, Philippe Mazibuko, Palesa Mokobong, and the guest judges on this week's Style Council are Lauren Chantal from the Design Indaba and Richard Eskenazi from Woolworths. As with the very first task on the series, we tossed a coin to see which contestant will tell us about their brand first. Odysseus, you won the task. Could you please tell us about your brand?
My branding took its inspiration from simplicity and elegance. I wanted to create something that would be timeless, that even when you look back a couple of years from now or later on, that it's something that's still classic and elegant. I took into consideration a lot of the things that I like. I used a lot of black, which is one of my favorite colors, and white. And then I used gold also because of the properties of gold as a metal. It's a very strong metal, but yet it's a very, very malleable metal. And my tagline, a step ahead, which I thought, it's to be innovative. It encapsulates innovation, to strive to be ahead of everything.
Thank you very much, Odysseus. And Vos, could you tell us about your brand?
I kept it very simple. Basically, the concept is my name. It means to wake the nation, and I believe that is what I am here for, to wake the nation, and I believe that is what all the youth of this country are here to do. So hence it says I am and we are, because that's what I believe, that's what we're here for as the youth. So I portrayed myself as that's my identity, that's who I am, And then the other part of it, there are hands also involved in the whole design, in that there are people who helped me to get to the point where I am now. So, and I did not achieve all this by myself. And these are the hands that are going to be needed to build like a proper future for ourselves.
Judges, your comments please on Odysseus' brand.
Odysseus, I think given your circumstances and your unhelpful team, I think you did a pretty good job.
Philippe?
I think you really stepped up the game and you stepped ahead and proved that you are a shining star, whether with or without help.
Your personal strength came through, and you were able to shine again.
I thought the use of gold was very wise. It's a beautiful color that is rich, that denotes luxury, royalty, wealth, and power. I think for a personal statement, that's very strong. I thought that the grey tended to clash with that. Grey usually sets distance and brings in coolness. I thought a warmer palette would have worked better with the gold, but very well done.
I loved what you did with the logo. I thought your design was sophisticated and elegant, with a touch of glamour, much like brand Odysseus.
Thank you very much. Now your comments on Vus's brand, Nathan?
Vus, I think designing a plane on computer and actually designing a plane, the medium is a very difficult medium, and I think you've done a fantastic job to bring that medium alive.
I think the hands captured my attention even more, in the sense that you actually even extended your hand in helping Odysseus with your team, and for me that is actually where Ubuntu is at the space.
Yeah, I think your human spirit really came through, and it is an amazing purpose to have.
I thought your concept was very strong, and in execution it was bold and very clear. The one thing that I had issue with was I felt the band of black in the middle was quite heavy, and it tended to suck in the beautiful details in the face and the hands. So I would have weighted that slightly differently, but otherwise it was great.
Vus, I thought your design embodied completely who you are as an individual, but also captured the sense of the country in which we live. We are one person living within a community. Well done.
Well, that's what the judges think. Let's find out what the contestants think of the finalists' work. George, what did you think about Odie's vision?
I think it was beautifully executed, and at the end of the day, we all had fun.
Cool. Becky, can you tell us about what you think about Vus's brand?
I'm a bit George. Everything, I was quite impressed with it, and being involved in it, I can say, it was happening, it was banging, and I was really happy about it. Sure.
Well, nobody knows the finalists better than the fellow contestants. So let's find out who they think should make the cut.
Overall, deur die show, consistency, harde werk, baie effort en commitment, Odysseus, en daarom dink ek ook op die einde van die dag sal Odysseus die show wen.
Woolies is a brand or a company that people know already, and I think Vusi would fit in there very well.
I think Odysseus is going to win because he shows lots of creativity, lots of energy.
I think Odysseus should win because I think he's the most multi-skilled out of all of us. He's proven himself to be able to do everything.
I think Vus will win. Reason being, he's basically the ideal winner. He's fourth year, finishing up, he's going to look for a job, that sort of things. And I think also he's a very good designer.
Knowing Odysseus, and he's been outstanding throughout the show because he's beyond the creativity thing, man. I think he's gonna take this one.
The reason why I think Vus is gonna win, he was my contender, the toughest contender I had. And yeah, man, I think he deserves it at the end.
I think Odysseus is going to win. At first, when we were doing our task, I don't know, I had personal reasons against him, but watching the show and seeing how he works, I believe that he really does deserve to win.
Yeah, I think, wow, it's tough, but I'm rooting for Odi.
I really think that Odysseus has a chance to win. Cool.
I think Odysseus is going to win. I think overall he's a much better designer and he's a team player and he deserves to win.
Odysseus, you can see he wants this, and it would be cruel not to give it to him.
I think Odi is going to win because he knows everything about everything, you know. As long as it's creative stuff, he can do it.
Well, that is what the contestants think, but ultimately the decision lies with our judges. After the break, we will find out who they think should make the cut. So, who will make the cut? Which one of our two contestants has proven their versatility, their exceptional creativity, and who will make a mark in the world of design? That decision lies with our judges. Judges?
I think, from our discussion yesterday, we also decided it wasn't just for the last task. It was going back 13 weeks and looking at every single task and working out from those tasks which outperformed the other one. And we always said it was about conceptual thinking.
I think that is important in terms of what this program represents and what we want the winner of this program to represent. Is it someone who is contributing to all forms and all facets of design and not just specializing in one field of design, and who can use his talents to take design forward in this country.
It's not only about design, it's also about taking design into social responsibility, into making initiatives, into making sure and activists within design. And for me, that's the most important thing. It's not only about making a beautiful frock or making a beautiful product if you cannot deliver to the masses, and the masses appreciating, and also the masses taking something from there and actually taking it forward to another level. So it's also activism and socialism and design.
The judges have made their decision. Nathan?
Bruce, Odysseus, you guys have come a long way, and you guys are fantastic designers. That's what made this decision such a hard one. We deliberated for a very long period, and actually it was very difficult. We obviously took a lot of things in consideration. We looked at your last task, we looked at the 13 episodes, we looked at your personalities, we had a one-on-one interview with both of you. We obviously looked at the cut as a program representing design also. And we looked at the person that could best represent and be an activist for that. And we've made a decision.
Vos, could you please come join me up here? Odysseus, please come join me up here as well. Congratulations, you have made the cut.
On behalf of Woolworths, it gives me great pleasure to congratulate you on winning the cut and on a job well done throughout the series. And to present you with your prizes, this car, a Woolworths card preloaded with 60,000 Rand for you to spend at Woolworths, and a one-year job contract at Woolworths head office in Cape Town. We look forward to welcoming you to the team. As a design-led business, we rely on extremely talented and creative people like you. And we're very excited to give you the opportunity to continue to excel and inspire young people in South Africa in design to follow your example. We know you'll be a success.
So, as you know, Design Indaba has been at the forefront of promoting design in South Africa for the last 10 years. That's why we're very pleased to give a prize to someone who has design activism at heart and wants to take design into the homes of South Africans. Your prize from us is a full pass to the Design Indaba conference next year. It's going to be very exciting with designers like Brian Eno and Konstantin Gricek coming out in February. We're really looking forward to seeing you there. And congratulations. Well done.
South Africa has a wealth of untapped design talent, and to celebrate the success that the cut has had in highlighting this creative wealth, various institutions have generously offered these amazing prizes.
King James RSVP are proud to announce a 3-month job opportunity to Odysseus Shirindza. We look forward to having him on board. He seems like an enormously talented and motivated individual. We have a history of creating award-winning work. He'll be working with some really talented and top designers on such amazing clients as Levi's, Johnny Walker, Alan Gray, Liquid Fruit and Mini, some really funky brands that he can sink his teeth into. We look forward to having him here. The cut is going to seem like a holiday camp in comparison.
Grid has been involved in a internship program for the last 2 years, and what we do, we identify youngsters out in the industry there who are privileged to disadvantage, and obviously give them an internship and obviously see what happens in terms of their growth. Looking at George work over the period of time, I find him to be the kind of guy that will fit the profile that we're looking for, and we'll give him a chance and just have a look what happens.
What we look for all the time, obviously, is a mixture of that and a personality. And in Michelle, we feel as though we've got someone that's got the passion necessary for it, the courage to come on in and do something like this. And we think that she'll collide positively in our environment, where we really and truly try and give people, we do throw them in the deep end a little bit. And it feels to me as though Michelle's the sort of person that will enjoy the challenge of swimming in the deep end.
Morris Jones & Co. are absolutely delighted to be associated with the cut and to offer Lenoirbo an apprenticeship with us. We can't wait to welcome you, Lenoirbo. We think your talent is fantastic and the way you've just blossomed and your distinctive eye, and we love the way you experiment.
Mulweni, my name is Ngxande, a National Olumilami Navigator at Vega. Vega is very pleased to be offering bursaries to 2 of the contestants. The bursaries is a 3-year BA degree in Creative Brand Communications. On behalf of Vega, I'd like to wish the best of luck to all the contestants, inspired by wisdom with magic.